everyone. My name is Oksana. It's Road to Edoverse Weekly Edoverse Insider, the 13th. We deliver the news about the creation of our project Edoverse. So, as usual, may I ask Tokugawa-san to speak about
this? Yes. Okay. Thank you, Oksana. Hello, everybody. This is Eihiro Tokugawa. So this is Religion in Tokugawa, Japan, Part 3. Okay. Now, so I've explained that it was Buddhist first, Shinto second in Tokugawa, Japan, but that is the administration side. So temples and shrines, which would be treated more importantly? And the answer is the temples, the Buddhist temples. But in ordinary people's eyes, the difference between the two was not very clear at all. So people, especially people of Edo, would go to shrines if there is a festivity. And then if there's a ceremony in a Buddhist temple, they would just go to that as well and bow to either a god or a Buddha or whatever. And that was daily life. I was very spiritual, but at the same time, very secular. So one would go to a temple, pray, and maybe it's a funeral, maybe it's a memorial service, and then people would pray and then come out of the temple and they say, Shojin Otoshi. Shojin is the vegetarian food served in Buddhist temples and monasteries. So we have to get rid of the Buddhist or Buddha-ness out of our system. And they would go to brothels to play very often. You see, but now, and then why did the Tokugawa had to put down Shinto, had to promote Buddhism at the expense of Shinto is because, you see, Shinto would later evolve into nativism. And so this is, to put in today's phraseology, the Japan first belief. Japan was created by the sun goddess Amaterasu, so therefore it is holy. And later on, it would take on this very, very, very dangerous spin that Japan is destined to rule the world. But that will be much later. But anyway, one of the most important policy objectives of Tokugawa Japan was to improve relations with China and Korea. Right after a very big war with these two countries, where the Japanese had fought quite effectively. So we needed to instill a sense of respect amongst ordinary Japanese, in spite of the fact that we seem to be much stronger than the Chinese or the Koreans. And one way of doing it was through Buddhist teachings that, violence is not so desirable in general, and one should be merciful. And the other is that this is through Confucianism. So you see, the Japanese samurai were forced to study classical Chinese or written Chinese in order to win promotion within their dominions. And so we were being Sinicized, the Japanese elite, and later on, all Japanese were being Sinicized without them noticing that. So Buddhism and also all Chinese texts were written in Chinese, and all Buddhist texts were written in Chinese. You look at all the classics written by the Japanese in the fields of philosophy and religion, they're all written in Chinese right until the Tokugawa period. It's only after that that the Japanese start to write in Japanese about what they're actually thinking. So, I'm drifting away from religion. But anyway, so we needed the Japanese to become more Buddhist, also because of diplomatic reasons. We needed to establish better relations with our neighbors. And for that, the Japanese had to have a system of belief apart from believing that our country is holy and therefore the best and the most important in the world. Okay, so I think that'll be enough for this time. And thank you, Oksana. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Thank you very much, Tokugawa-san. And next, please, again, could you please speak about our progress?
Okay, thank you, Oksana. Hello, everybody. I have some updates to you. Basically, last week we attend a blockchain expo, and then many types of guests came to our booth, and then they said it was so exciting, and then some of them say like, I'd like to buy this land, and then some of the listed company also interested in our space, and then they are willing to be a kind of property partner. They wanna manage our property, on this NFT space. And then anyway, it was so exciting. It was one good news to all of you. And then the other news is we are super close to conclude, and then not conclude. We are super close to finalize our design of logo. And then I'd like to show some examples, but it was all of them are so nice and so sophisticated. Describe the whole ecosystem with kind of nice, precious image. So it was also nice news to you. And then the third one is I'm basically engaging, development part, and then we continue to discuss with our partner to define all of the requirements to all of the NFTs, including DeFi and then ecosystem and marketplace. So basically, we not only the player to sell our land by NFT, we also create new token, two types of token, common and Zeni. And then also we are trying to develop new gaming application, which is also deeply related with our ecosystem in crypto space. So we have to divide three or four parts. I mean, gaming team, and then NFT team, and then NFT land team, and then two types of token utilization team. And then I think I'm supposed to have a meeting at least 4 times in a week about Edoverse. So it's so nice progress, but I'm really looking forward to discussing all of the things with our team anyway. And then I think one thing I'd like to show and share with you is I think our gaming application has a new regulation, exciting guideline kind of governance. For example, we sell our land, and landowner has to build some their own house. We call it daimyo yashiki. So even if they buy land, if they don't build daimyo yashiki, then the NFT has no value, and they have to transfer this NFT to another investor, something like that. And then if landowner built their own daimyo yashiki, they are entitled to put some advertising from the company side so that they can get some profit. So we are designing, new cash inflow ecosystem based on our metaverse on crypto space, so that their NFT value is going to be more precious, and also their daimyo yashiki value is going to be more precious, and then they have a right to resell their land or their house, or they have a right to keep using them as an advertising space or kind of new ecosystem. This is also related with gaming parts, so we have to discuss, cross-functionally, like not only gaming space, including, land space, and then, something like that. So it's so exciting anyway, because it's not like just this central land or just like sandbox, because we are going to create quite new gaming application with high visual, which is high polygon and high pixel, as if we are in real Edoverse. So I think we are going to have many types of meeting every week. So I'd like to share our progress as much as we can. And then I think the main target is July 7th. On this, timing, we are going to sell our NFT. So by then, we'd like to describe and define all of the NFT function, basically, and land benefit, and daimyo yashiki regulation as well. So that's enough from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, again. Very interesting. I see that we are going into more detailed process right now. Yes, and next, Mitsushi, could you please speak to us about anything you had this week?
Okay, thank you very much. As Gen-san explained, we had a booth at Blockchain Expo, which was held in Tokyo. It took 3 days, and there was a lot of traction. For example, we gained a lot of new Twitter followers. In day one, we had only 45 followers in Twitter, but at the end of day 2, we gained more than 200 new followers in Twitter. That showed that we were able to successfully exhibit our presence and raise awareness. Moreover, a lot of people approached us in booths I think each person approximately spent 10 minutes or 15 minutes talking to us or interviewing us about the project overview. That means a lot of people had a profound interest in our Edoverse. And a lot of people had a different angle of interest. Some people were interested in Metaverse in general. Some people were interested in issuing new tokens. And some other people were interested in Edo and our concept featuring Edo Period. So I think our projects can appeal to a wide range of audience, wide range of consumers from different perspectives and angle. I think I gained some sort of insight or clue for marketing strategies and promotional strategies. And other than that, I think I visited a lot of booths of different companies in Blockchain Expo. I was able to gain a lot of news and trends and insights about the industry as a whole. And I got connected with a lot of influencers and also NFT ambassadors. I think I will even VTubers. I think those kind of people, I explained the concept of Edoverse to those kind of people, and they will probably cooperate with us for marketing and promotion. So there were a lot of returns and a lot of gains in Blockchain Expo. I'm looking forward to proceed this project even further. That's all from me today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mitsushi. Yes, the Blockchain Expo was indeed a very exciting event. I'm very glad that we had such achievements and this publicity as well. So next, Dominique, could you please speak to us?
Okay, thank you. The Blockchain Expo is really, really exciting. Many people came. And I think we printed more than 1,300 pieces of leaflets, but most of those are gone. The people just picked up our leaflets and then just asked us a lot. And now everybody, I think, involved in this project is so high motivation that you just moving forward. And also, I think this time after this blockchain expos, what we have to do is that to explain about more details to the people who don't know much about Edoverse, because still that many people in the expo that still don't have a wallet, cryptocurrency wallet yet. So they just asked us that how we should just invest, how they invest in Edoverse, so Edoverse runs NFTs, and then we just explained about the cryptocurrency wallet things. But still, we need a time to explain those procedure, how the many people can be involved in this project in futures. Before we launch tokens, Edo's, Edo Cobalt and Zennies, and also we just launched an NFT land at the first. We will hold some presentation meeting with many people who want to participate in Edoverse. That should be, I think, in 6th of June in Tokyo, and we just connected with online, and then we can just explain how they can participate in this Edoverse. So now we are quite positive, as Gen mentioned, and also Mitsushi mentions that we do a lot of sort of blog blasts just going on in our projects now. We now talking with the development company to just design a token and also the order. And we also just almost fixed our real design of the Edoverse. And then we also increasing on Twitter's. I think I checked it now, the 235 followers just in the Twitters. And then we have to just update in SNS that to let them know our project, the project itself. So we are now really looking forward to launch of our NFT land and also tokens on the 7th of July. That our count is, I think, the 52 days to go. So please just wait for a little while, and then please attend the presentation sessions on the 6th of June. And also, I'm really happy that everybody in this project is really, really active, and then they're just positively just contributing to a community. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dominic. Yes, it's very inspiring. Thank you, everyone, for talking today, and I will hear from you next week. Goodbye.